Hello and welcome. I'm Rhythm Zaveri and welcome to the very first edition of Asian Movie Pulse News. AMP News is a brand new and hopefully regular segment on our YouTube channel where we will be bringing you all the latest film updates, physical media release, film festival news and stuff like that. So basically we are taking the news section on our website and bringing it to our YouTube channel. Now since it's my face that you're seeing today, that means I have some Korean news for you. And this is some release news, two big releases that we all should be very excited about. Last night I saw this post on social media about this particular film and how there was supposed to be some sort of a news about it really early this morning. So thankfully I'm in a habit of waking up early recently. So I woke up, got straight to the social medias, and sure enough, I was expecting like a poster or something. But not only did we have a poster, we also had a trailer for the new Choi Dong-hoon film. Now, if you're really familiar with Korean cinema, you will know that Choi Dong-hoon is a very successful director, guy who's made films like Assassination, The Thieves, The Big Swindle, Tuts Are the High Rollers. So, guy who knows how to use the money that's given to him and make massive blockbusters, massive films that make a lot of money. In fact, his last two releases, Assassination and The Thieves, are among like the top 10 highest grossing Korean films of all time. So his new film had a trailer and a poster out. The poster looks a little bit like this, and as you can see, it shows off not only its massive star cast, but also two different timelines. Choi Dong-hoon is a director who loves working with a massive star cast, and he always gets big names. So for this one, he's got the younger generation of established and popular actors. So you've got Yoo Jun-yeol, you've got Kim Tae-ri, and you've got Kim Woo-bin. They are the three people headlining this project. But that's not all. He's also got So Ji-sub, Lee Ha-ni, Jo Woo-jin, Yam Jung-ga. So it's a mix of massive names, young actors, established actors, popular actors. We don't exactly know the English title for this one officially yet. The Korean title roughly translates as Alien Plus Humans Part 1. So we don't know if that's how it's going to be in English. The general English title is being touted as Alien Part 1. But anyway, as the trailer, which we will leave a link for in the description box below, it's showing you two different timelines. You've got Yoo Jun-yeol and Kim Tae-ri, whose characters seem to be in the Goryeo period in Korea, and you've got Kim Woo-bin, who is very much dressed in a futuristic manner. He seems to be either the alien that's being talked about or somebody who's from the modern day maybe. So basically, there's some sort of a wormhole that opens between the two timelines, and that's how the two timelines connect with each other, and obviously aliens are involved. So Choi Dong-hoon is taking the new favorite trend for Korean cinema, which is sci-fi films, and he's building something substantial on there, hopefully. Interestingly, this is not going to be the only part of the story. Obviously, as the title tells you, this is part 1. This is probably going to be a 2-parter, might even be a 3-parter, we don't know yet, but it's definitely a 2-parter for now. So that was the first big news that we got this morning. Very excited to see what he does with this film. Very excited to see Kim Tae-ri return to the sci-fi genre. Very excited to see her work again with Yoo Jun-yeol, who she worked with in Little Forest beforehand. Kim Woo-bin is making his return to cinema after 6 years, so that should also be interesting to see. So that news, I read that news this morning, then I went back to the social medias and I was just scrolling, and boom, I see another big news. This was for a film that we have all been waiting for a long time. We get the first 2 posters for The Witch Part 2, The Other One, by Park Hoon-jung. I'm sure everybody knows what this is all about. We had part one a few years back, which gave us this amazing story about a little girl in a village who just turns out to have some crazy powers and goes absolutely mental. And this is basically its sequel, but we'll get to the stories in a tiny while. Basically, we got two posters. So the first one looks a bit like this, and this is the English worldwide poster. It gives you the title, and it gives you a tagline: "The New Witch Returns." This is interesting because its Korean poster looks a little bit like this, and it gives you a title, a tagline which says "The Beginning of Everything," and it also gives us something that we have all been waiting for to find out, which is its release date. So the two taglines, "The New Witch Returns" and "The Beginning of Everything," the only thing that we can maybe gather from these two is because we don't really know a lot in terms of the story, what this one's going to have, but we do know that it's going to focus on a new character. It's the center of attention is probably not going to be Kim Da-mi's character. That doesn't mean she's not going to return. We do have returning characters, but the focus this time is going to be on a new actress, Shin Shia's character. Now, taking the two taglines which we get from the posters, "The New Witch Returns" and "The Beginning of Everything," I think what we can maybe deduce from this is that Shin Shia's character might probably be the first experiment of the factory from the film, where these children were experimented on. And so she must have been the new witch who we now get to see return, and maybe that's how the two stories converge. The two stories, I mean, Shin Shia's and Kim Da-mi's, obviously. Apart from that, we do have some new actors joining the star cast as well. We've got Jin-gu, and we've also got Lee Jung-suk, who returns to work with director Park Hoon-jung after his work in VIP, the film that Park Hoon-jung did before The Witch Part 1. So, yeah, lots to look forward to with these two releases. Obviously, The Witch Part 2 there was news that it might go to OTT directly and not get a theatrical release, or it might get like a part theatrical, part OTT release. So to see that it is actually getting theatrical releases, just a straight theatrical release rather than a hybrid one, is good news, I say. Because we can get to experience it on the big screen, and both these films, in fact, both the Alien Part 1 and The Witch Part 2, should hopefully get wider releases internationally, because with Alien you've got a big star cast and a big actor, and all of his films have been very well received internationally as well. And with The Witch Part 2, again, the Part 1 was a very popular film internationally, and it's got a massive fan base. So yeah, that should definitely get a release. We should in fact just be glad that it is getting a release, full stop, because with The Witch Part 2 there was always speculation that we might not see it at all. As some of you might know, the first film and VIP before that were both produced by Warner Brothers Korea, and then Warner Brothers just exited the Korean market, saying they didn't want anything to do with it after a while. And so this was stuck in production hell for a while, development hell for a while. And thankfully, new Next Entertainment World is another company who then did a contract with Park Hoon-jung of a number of projects, and this was the first film that was greenlit out of that deal. So we are now thankfully getting that, and the release date for June the 15th has been announced. Should be a very exciting time to see both of these. Alien Part 1 is distributed by CJ Entertainment, who I'm sure many would have heard are going to have a massive summer because they've got two films, Koreda's Broker and Park Chan-wook's decision to leave, both going to the Cannes Film Festival and then getting theatrical releases soon after. Alien doesn't have a specific month decided yet, but it is definitely confirmed for a summer 2022 release. So yeah, in the upcoming months, we should definitely be seeing both of these on the big screen at some point. Well, that's it for Asian Movie Pulse news, the very first edition of it. If Do let us know in the comments what you thought of it, if you liked it or not, if we should do more of these. If we do more of these, what you'd like to see more in there, what you'd like to see less of. And yeah, apart from that, this is Rhythm signing off. Thank you very much for watching.